There we go. Welcome, everybody. We're back on the Hohner YouTube channel with another episode of the Hohner Live series, the interview series. This is episode 47 already. And it's crazy. I'm very, very happy about today's guest. It's Greg Zlap from France. Thank you so much for taking the time. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, Konstantin. I'm very happy to see you at last. Alive on my screen. I hope we will have a chance to meet each other somewhere during concerts or something. And hello to all of you who are watching. I'm sending you a lot of good vibes, and I'm very excited about this live stream with Konstantin.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, hopefully like harmonica events are starting to take place again soon. So to everyone out there who doesn't know about Greg, I would say he's a real harmonica superstar, if you could say that. Besides having his own harmonica school in Paris, Greg is a studio musician, a singer-songwriter, and also known for his work with the late legend Johnny Hallyday. And if you're not a harmonica player and tuning in, you might have heard his powerful playing before on hits like Riva by Klingond. So, yeah, just for you to know.
Imagine something.
Yeah, we should also get into that. So beautiful. But yeah, so you're in Paris right now, is that right?
Yes. I'm in Paris, just outside of Paris, in Montreuil, which is a city where plenty of musicians live next to Paris. And there are a lot of recording studios, and it's really cool. And it's much more quiet than Paris, actually. So I live in Montreuil, but I go to play in Paris and in other places.
Oh yeah, that sounds really good. Very healthy. So,
yeah. Well, when you have kids, it changes your way of looking at the place where you live.
Definitely.
Paris is very, very busy, and here we have more calm.
That's true. So you actually weren't born in France, but
no,
in Poland.
I was born in Poland.
So can you tell us about that little journey that took you to France?
Well, it's very easy. I was born in Poland. I lived in Poland, and when I was 17 years old, we moved with my mother to Paris, and actually I stayed in Paris. But my adventure with the harmonica started in Poland.
Okay.
Where my uncle gave me a gift, which was a harmonica, and I fell in love with this.
Wow. So that was actually your first instrument, or did you have like any other instruments that you tried out first?
No, not really. When I was in the kindergarten, actually, I was a bit forced by the authorities at this time,
I feel you.
to take piano lessons.
Yeah.
And to go to the music school, and I hated it. So I started with the piano, but I stopped quite quickly. And to say the truth, I was I didn't want to hear about music anymore up from this moment.
Yeah.
And I came back to the music when I discovered the band Kiss and the and the LPs of Kiss.
Wow.
And this is how I reconnected with music, and then the harmonica. But it was something completely apart, actually. The harmonica.
Wow, well, that's pretty interesting. So yeah, I hope that also answered some questions in the chat already. Of course, people started asking when you started out playing the harmonica.
Yeah, I was like maybe 14 years old, and so Actually, it is. There is something interesting in it because at that time, the first harmonica I got, it was a Hohner, and when I opened it, of course, I didn't know what to do with it. There was a leaflet inside which was telling you how to play a note.
Yeah.
And actually, it was shown that to play the note, you tongue block.
Oh wow. Okay.
So you had this drawing of the lips and the tongue and how to get one note. So I learned like this. And actually today, I play only tongue blocking. I cannot play
I didn't
pucker.
know.
I cannot play pucker. I tried, but then I thought, no, I don't need it. So everything I do is tongue blocking. And it starts from the first moment I started learning harmonica. And actually, after the first tries, I put the harmonica away, as most of the people, I think. And then one day I heard Little Walter's recording. And actually, I couldn't understand what was this tone I was hearing.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, this guy must be cheating. Because I was trying to learn the bands and stuff, but it didn't work like this. And I could hear this the tone, the sound, and the notes that were impossible for me to play on this instrument. And I got really angry with this. I thought, no, it's impossible. And then I started
it's a love-hate
really
relationship with
getting
harmonica.
into it and trying to find some books about it and some recordings and that was it. So it was, I mean, the first thing, it came from anger almost, because I really wanted to get this the sound of this harmonica, and when you start playing it, you don't have all these wonderful sounds. So this is the mystery of the harmonica, that at the same time it is one of the most simple and easy instruments to learn, and you can play you can play a lot of things very, very easily, but at the same time it is so mysterious. You can get such amazing sounds out from of the harmonica. You know this, of course. In fact, it's this complexity and possibilities of this instrument that go, I mean, that go in pair with the simplicity. So this is something really that fascinates me, and even today.
But that's beautiful that it was also like for you about the instrument itself and the magic behind it. And I'm impressed. Like, I didn't know that you were like a 100% tongue blocker, because your control is amazing. But does that mean that you're basically like self-taught and learned to play harmonica autodidactically?
Yeah. I learned. I bought some books for with cassettes and CDs.
Yeah.
So I worked on this, and then it was a lot of listening to records, actually, and but so I advanced a lot. It was still in Poland, but I wouldn't play in front of other people. I was really ashamed of it, and I didn't know where I was with my playing, and it was something really secret. It was my secret thing to play the harmonica. And when I came to France, actually, it was at the time where it was still the communist Poland. You could not go to a shop and buy a harmonica, or or buy records with some Western music. So when I came to Paris, I remember this image. I saw a music shop, and I saw harmonicas there. And it was so incredible, because I could go to the shop, choose my harmonica, and buy one, actually.
Yeah.
And this is incredible. And the other thing is that you in Paris you had a lot of clubs and a lot of live music, and so it's there where I discovered for the first time a harmonica player playing live, and it just blew me away. It was Jean-Jacques Milteau,
Yeah.
who is one of the greatest French harmonica players. And I went to the small club in Paris called Utopia, and I saw the stage. I saw a chair on the stage, and a suitcase, plenty of harmonicas. So of course I've never seen anything like this. And then I stayed for the concert, and it was incredible, because I thought, wow, so it is actually possible to be a harmonica player. It's not a legend or something you cannot do. It exists. And later I had a lot of talks with Jean-Jacques Milteau, and I realized I could become a musician actually, and become a harmonica player, which was a revolution for me.
Yeah, that's incredible. Do you have like any suggestion or like a tip, like something important that every beginner harmonica player has to know, or something that you would have wanted to know earlier on?
Oh, I have a lot of tips. a lot of tips. No, and I think it's the important thing is to listen to things, and I think that the more you listen, the more you will know what you like, and it not especially harmonica, but it can be different kinds of music. And the very important thing is to try to play the things you like. If you like a harmonica theme, try to play it. If you like a saxophone theme, try to play it with your harp. And then the thing is that try to get exactly the same tone, the same inflections. Try to investigate how it is done, just by listening to it, and make mistakes. I mean, there is one thing is to try. I would say when you spend an hour trying to learn harmonica, I would say spend half an hour about being really precise on what you are doing. So it means exercises, try to play things you would like to do but you cannot, like with the bands. Try to bend it the right way, and be really, really precise. But then the next half an hour, spend it jamming, and then forget about what you've learned, because it is important to make mistakes. And when you make mistakes, you learn so much. Because what is a mistake is that in your brain, you are trying to visualize what you are going to play. So in your mind, you will say, okay, I want to play this phrase. And then you are playing it, and it doesn't come out the way you imagined it. And it's really astonishing, because sometimes you might be surprised that the error you made, the mistake you made, actually it's really good. I mean, I have a lot of examples of this. I mean, live playing, it's such a good school. And of course, the first thing to do is to find people to play with. I think this is, even if you are a beginner, if you find someone to play with, a guitar player, a piano player, well, this
to have
will
that
make
real
you
interaction.
go up.
Yeah, that's true. And also, yeah, the transcribing part is like crazy. Like even, I mean, I always notice, and everybody will notice, like if there's something you hear coming from another instrument. I mean, it's possible on the harmonica, and I'm often surprised. Like, oh yeah, that's actually not as hard as I thought.
Yeah,
I can make it
but
sound right.
you are, yeah. Same thing. I mean, yeah. I agree with you.
And also, yeah, like the splitting it up. Like it's so important to like practice like very consciously, and like if you really practice, using the word practice, you're not supposed to sound good when you practice.
Yeah, I mean the only there's a switch you have to turn on in your head when you perform. I mean, there's a big difference between performing and rehearsing or practicing, and because when you practice, it is really good to repeat what was done in the history of music. We repeat. There is a continuation in the music. It's a history. A lot of people, a lot of musicians played stuff, and you all would be surprised to see that actually everything was already played and done. So it's not bad to play the same thing and with the same, trying to get the same tone. It's not bad, it's good. But then when you practice, when you go to the stage, when you perform, I think you should not play like a learned lesson, especially when improvising. You have to let yourself go and listen, and it will come out. And when you progress on your instrument, actually what you will play live, it will be only things that you have already mastered and interiorized. And when you will try to play things that you are still practicing, well, it will be you will hear it. It's just a repetition of something you are practicing right now.
Oh, and, yeah, that's true.
And people do not want to listen this. They want to hear you.
Yeah, even if they don't know, they will feel it.
They will feel it, and it's really not important to make mistakes. I have a cool anecdote from I went to Spain to a jazz club a couple of years ago, and there was a jazz jam session.
Yeah.
And so I went there and I say to the guy who was in charge of the jam session, I say, okay, could I play with you? And he says, of course. What do you play? And I say, I play the harmonica. Oh, we don't play blues. I say, okay, but look, I know a few standards, and I think I could play. Okay. Okay, so I will call you. And so then I'm waiting. The night is going through.
You already have some drinks.
He never wants to call me on the stage, so I'm getting a bit nervous. And the last song, they announced the last song, and I say, okay, and me, I want to play. And the guy says, okay, but he doesn't ask me what I want to play. He asks a singer to sing a song, which I do not know. And then, well, let's go. And so they start playing, and it was a jazz piece. I mean, I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I was trying to find the right key of the harmonica, and I didn't understand anything in the harmonies I was hearing. And then suddenly, I didn't know the where I was, and suddenly they turn to me and say, okay, go. And I don't know if I was in the right key. I don't know if I could follow the structure. And I thought just one thing: the only way to get out of it is to be rhythmic, to do something rhythmic. And I started playing, but really convinced, and I started playing something, but very confident.
Yeah.
And I saw the piano player, who was really cool, and he was playing the chords. And when he heard me playing, he started extending the chords to get the notes, because it was completely out of the tune.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so ashamed. Because I knew that all the musicians on stage, they could hear I was in the wrong place, actually. But when I finished my solo, the public went crazy. And so in fact, it doesn't, when you're in live, if you're playing live and you play with all your energy and good motivation, and you do not abandon, but you go to the end of it, people get this energy, and in the audience there are usually not many trained musicians or perfect ear musicians.
Yeah.
So what the audience will perceive, it's more the sincerity of what you are playing and the energy you're giving, than the exact note you were playing. And for me it was a good lesson. I thought, okay, so even in such a case where you're completely lost, if you give all your energy and your goodwill and be sincere, it is playing music, and it's great.
That's really good. Yeah.
So
oh man, yeah, all these things, like, they always happen at jam sessions. I also have a lot of stories, but yeah. So yeah, I will also check out the chat for some questions. If you already asked something, please ask again. Because I don't have an overview here. But yeah, thinking back, like discovering you myself, I think it was like, I think the first album that I heard was Varsovie.
Varsovie, yes.
Published in 2005.
Yeah.
I don't know, back then the Dutch harmonica player Ben Bouwman, he burned like a big DVD of like all the harmonica stuff he had, and I guess your album was on there, I think. Yeah, something like that. There was the time when I discovered your playing.
Oh, cool.
And
it was a bit jazzy.
Yeah, some standards on there too.
With harmonica themes, and at that time I really loved the sound of a quartet. I mean, just bass, drums, keyboards, and the harmonica. And I was wondering if it was possible to compose themes that are as well jazzy and pop at the same time in a way.
Yeah.
So this was this album was this. And I like it very much.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The harmonica sounds amazing. And yeah, I think you're one of the few harmonica players who can actually make that happen. Like, take the harmonica to more like a pop context and sing, and still the harmonica is plays a huge role in your music. Even when you're singing, it's like you accompany the band too in the background, or like play some double stops or some chords and stuff like that. So that feels very, very, very natural. So when did all of that come into play? Like, when did you start to sing and write songs?
Well, singing, it came from the stage experience, because when I started playing with bands, and having my own bands, you realize very quickly that if you want to play harmonica-based music, this means instrumental music. And who says instrumental music, it means that your audience is much more specific, because most of the people, they are not used to hearing the instrumental music. So I needed a contact with the public, and so I thought, why I will sing, and singing will let me put my harmonica into the songs the way I wanted. So actually, the singing, the point was that the singing was to put my harmonica in front in a context that is maybe easier to accept to any audience. So this is, and talking about the instrumental music, I remember my first it was a very strange feeling. I discovered Miles Davis's album Kind of Blue, which is for people who are used to hearing jazz, it's very easy listening. Actually, it's beautiful, but it's really nice to listen. You don't need to be a specialist, musical specialist, to listen to this album. But when I heard it for the first time, I had the feeling that I didn't understand what was going on, the harmonies, the sounds, and at the same time, I felt a real fascination for this. So I bought this record, and I was putting the headphones on, and the music on repeat when I was going to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
So actually, I was sleeping with the Miles Davis album playing around, and at one point I started hearing sounds and understanding what's going on, and that's why I think it's for someone who does not listen to many kinds of music, it's not easy to access some kinds of music, because you need to give an effort actually to go into this music.
Yeah.
So this was one of my questioning for myself, and I found that the way of presenting my music would be much more accessible if I were singing. Oh, yeah. And if you look at the history of harmonica, one of my favorite harmonica players is Little Walter, which is the only one still up today to have a hit, which is an instrumental, which is Juke, which stays on the top one of the charts for I don't know how many weeks, for a few weeks actually. And Up to Date is the only harmonica instrumental that hit #1 charts. But the other popular songs of Little Walter, well, he sings, and so when it's a song, I think you have also means to present the harmonica to the audience in a context that is nice to hear when you make less effort to get into it.
Yeah, I mean, you really have it down. So let's check out some of the questions in the chat real quick. Quim from Barcelona is asking, could you tell us 3 of your favorite harmonica players alive that inspire you especially?
Hello, Kim. I know Kim.
Okay.
3 harmonica. It's a very difficult question, actually. Because there's a lot of harmonica players inspire me, but I would say Charlie Musselwhite.
Mm-hmm.
In most of all because of his collaborations with artists who are not in the blues world.
Right.
I love what he does with Tom Waits, for example. His harmonica parts with Tom Waits are incredible. The tone he gets and the way he plays in this context this is really great. So I love this. In my development, I must say that Howard Levy was a great discovery for me, and also especially the albums he recorded with Rabi Abu Khalil.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's very, very original, and the mixture of instruments that are used in this music, which is Oriental music with really strange bars.
Yeah.
And what he does there is really, really appealing because he has no harmonic limits. He can develop phrasing like a pianist, which is great, and he brings this very special and very unusual sound to this music. And I remember talking with someone who recommended me this album without knowing that it was a harmonica.
Oh wow! Okay.
Someone told me, "Yeah, you must listen to this album. I love this Rabbi Abu Khalil. It was Sultan's Picnic, the album, and I listened to this album and I said, wow, but this is harmonica. And my friend says, no, it's not harmonica. I said, yes, it is harmonica. And I looked and said, this is Howard Levy playing. Okay. So this is, of course, a big inspiration. And because you asked for 3,
Yeah.
Another one completely on the other side was John Popper from the Blues Traveler. Because, of course, I was amazed by the speed of playing. And this was the first reaction. I heard the song called Gina, where he makes this accelerando thing. It's impossible to play, and I tried to play it, but it was really, really exciting to get to this really fast playing, and this playing made sense. But later on, I realized that this guy is not only a harmonica player, he is an excellent singer, songwriter.
True.
And he's the leader of a band. And so when you look at this as a whole, I mean, a harmonica player who is in front, who sings, who composes, who writes lyrics, and who is a great harmonica player, which finds something new and a new way of playing, a new sound. this is something that excites me a lot. So here we are for the 3 ones.
Oh yeah, pretty nice picks, I would say. So yeah, hope that answers your
But
question.
there are another ones. For example, Bob Dylan.
Oh, for real? Okay. Yeah.
And no, yeah. You say yeah. Bob Dylan. I always considered that I couldn't understand the thing about Bob Dylan, because when you're not a harmonica player, you take it as a whole thing. I mean, it's a songwriter, and you have this sound of the harmonica that everyone knows. I mean, if you talk when I go to recording sessions, I mean maybe not always, but almost. I mean, 80% of the time, I will hear, "Can you play something like like Bob Dylan?"
Yeah.
And I say, "Well, yes, I can, but I have other ideas I could propose you." But so I thought, what's the deal about Bob Dylan? Because he does not have any technique. There is not. I mean, anyone who starts harmonica, I can show you in 2 minutes how to play with the same way as Bob Dylan. So it's not a technical thing. He almost does not do bends. He does not overblow. There is nothing exciting about the technique. Well, but then I realized that Bob Dylan actually he uses the most powerful feature of the harmonica, which is how the harmonica was constructed, and this is why it is such a popular instrument. And I'm not talking about all harmonica players like us who got deeper into the instrument. No. The harmonica is about chords. This is and when I thought about this, I thought, well, actually, the harmonica is about chords, and so Bob Dylan he is right, because he uses in a very direct way the unique feature of this instrument. I mean, you take the chromatic harmonica, you don't have the 3 chords on it. On the diatonic, you have them. So and when you play a few notes at a time, it gets harmonized. Maybe that's why the harmonica is called harmonica, because it harmonizes your playing. And you can do whatever you want. And it's beautiful. You don't need to know how to play the harmonica to do something beautiful. So I must say, this is something very, very interesting, and to take into consideration that, in fact, in the popular vision of the harmonica, I think 90% of the people who haven't, I mean, maybe let's say 70% of the people with whom you talk about harmonica, they will talk to you about Bob Dylan. This is how they hear the harmonica. This is the sound of the harmonica.
Yeah.
The other 30% will talk about Ennio Morricone.
Sound engineers hear that.
and the other 30% will say, oh, it's like the Westerns, Ennio Morricone and the Sergio Leone's thing, and they don't even realize that it's a chromatic harmonica playing in these in this music. Yeah. So actually, you see,
that's such a good call. I mean, because you're using all the beautiful possibilities the harmonica gives, and I also try to just like take advantage of the strength of the instrument. And I definitely know that story like from recording sessions. Like always, like I'm playing something very precise and like single notes, and but then everybody says like, yeah, can you play that a little like worse or like
No, man,
with like double
exactly.
stuff like.
Yeah, I had this. Look, I mean, I'm glad to hear it, because my first professional experience was to record a commercial, and the theme to play was this. It was this.
Yeah.
And the guy called me and said, "Look, we need the harmonica. You will see, it's really simple. There are 4 notes to play. Okay, and you are paid. You have this." And I thought,
You've never
well,
been paid for that
the
much,
money
like,
I will
per
get
note.
per 1 note, it's incredible. They are crazy. But I went there. But then the problem started, because I started recording with beautiful sound and whatever. And that's what happened. They were sitting, and it was not it. They were saying, okay, but can you try it a little higher, a little lower, slower, faster? And until the point when I thought, okay, I will do something like Bob Dylan. That's it. Perfect. So you see, and I got paid.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, chat is going. Yeah, we should get into that topic too. I mean, everybody is like gear addicted, so we're very interested in what you're using. I think like people can't see it because of how I cropped the video, but you have the Hohner Harp Blaster microphone over there.
Yeah.
Is that what you're using?
Yes. It's excellent, and I love the look of this. So this is what I'm using, and then I have, as the gear, it's really, really simple. When I play amplified harp, I don't know if I will be able to wait. Okay, this is my pedal board. So actually, for the harmonica, I use this, which is Lone Wolf overdrive, and this, which is a delay. That's all.
Okay.
And actually, I don't really, I use not too much distortion, because I don't think you need a lot. And I like playing with the delay. Usually, I put it like a whole note, dum dum dum, and 1 repetition.
Yeah.
And but there is so many things you can do with a delay.
You can go crazy.
Yeah. There are a lot of different effects. We could talk about it for hours. And then I use a little looper here, Dito. This is more for fun. Sometimes I use it live, but mostly at home when I'm like to jam with myself or practice or something. But that's it. So delay, overdrive, and a looper, and these are vocal vocal effects to get some special vocal effects.
Yeah. That's nice. Like, I mean, all the gear doesn't help you if like the stuff that's coming in isn't good. So that's obviously the player.
I mean, again, the same thing. You see, I quite often when I talk with harmonica players, a lot of people think that you get an overdrive sound because you get an overdrive pedal, or that you overdrive your amp.
Yeah.
But in fact, it's just the way of playing. And this is also when I was talking about the chords and the power of the chords. The great thing about the harmonica is that when you do not play a single note, but you play a note and the next and the note next to it at the same time, well, the second note will be in a way harmonized. So when you play, this is single note playing, but now when I play, this is distortion.
That's distortion already.
So actually, you don't need any kind of distortion. It's the way you are playing. It's true that tongue blocking adds a lot, because when you hit notes like the sixth blow, for example, it's difficult to get a hit on the sixth blow so that it's so that it's powerful. But when you when you tongue block, you have this pre-attack.
Exactly.
Which is
what I like to do is just to put the rolled R in front.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. That's it. So actually, when you tongue block, it's so easy. And then, of course, if you put a little bit of distortion.
Oh yes.
It sounds distorted. So this.
But I mean, we see that it's like really about what's coming in, and that's you. But the second thing, like everybody is already talking about it in the chat, is the harmonica you have in your hands. Can you talk about that? Everybody's curious about the red comb harmonica.
This is great. So it's the new harmonica. It's
like very brand new, right?
Yes, it's very brand new. It came out. Actually, the question was, what harmonica would I recommend to anybody? I mean, to a beginner or to an advanced player, and which would be at the same time something that I can use, and actually, my thought was the live performance.
Yeah.
Because if you look at my harmonicas, you see.
You're a Maroon Band and Gold Melody fan.
Exactly. I use most of the time.
And you're so smart. You put the silver and golden pans in there. That's what I have to do. That's what I have to do too.
What?
The silver and golden pans for like signing CDs.
Yeah. Oh, yes. You're right. Yeah.
I'm always losing them. I'm always like buying new ones. It's like.
Yeah, and actually the thing you talked about my experience with Johnny Hallyday, and a lot of this reflection on what harmonica I would like came from this experience, because it was very, very, very hard for my harmonicas actually to do these shows. It was Johnny Hallyday. It was huge shows. We were playing in stadiums, so thousands of people.
Yeah.
And actually, I had a spot. Johnny Hallyday asked me to play a harmonica solo in a song called Gabrielle, and he said, "You do whatever you want. I want people to stand up and to get crazy." Okay. And actually, I was on this solo, I was left alone. So it was a song, then the band stopped, and I was in the middle of the stadium, alone with my harmonica.
Yeah.
And I had to make people stand up and be crazy. So it was a long process until I got to the point. But I had a thought about different harmonicas, because the studio work is really something different, because you can think about the tone you need, about the harmonica. You don't play hard.
Yeah.
You can play softly, and you can really choose the model you want. When you're playing on stage, there are a lot of different things which are very, very important. And so just to say a word about the two harmonicas, so Marine Band and Golden Melody. So the Marine Band is my favorite of all the harps, because it has great chords. It has the openings here on the
right, yeah,
on the sides. I use the traditional one. So you have
nails in there, yeah.
You have the nails there, and it's not very much sealed, and it's not very nice to play, actually, because you have this wooden comb, and I know that quite a lot of students that start working with the harmonica, they would find it not nice to do the contact with the wood and the metal thing here.
Yeah.
But the chords are incredible. Why they are incredible? Because this harmonica is not in tune. I looked at the charts of harmonica tunings,
right? Yeah,
of the history, and you can see that in a Marine Band, the third hole draw, the 5 draw, are really are tuned really low. So you do not realize this really when you play like in first or second position.
Yeah.
And when you play chords, the chords sound great. When you play melodies, if you're in the blues or something, that's great. But when it comes to playing, to changing positions and playing in different keys, wow, this harmonica does not play in tune. And I played with Vladimir Kosma, who is a compositor of film scores.
Yeah,
very, very famous in France. All the films with Louis de Funès, he made the music, so he's very popular. And so I played a lot with him, with an orchestra, symphonic orchestra, and me there as one of the soloists. And there is one song I played in it was an F on a C harp.
Yeah.
You see? And so I play the theme, it's okay. And then I start playing the solo. And the song was in F. So F on a C harp is the 5 draw. So suddenly your root note, which is F, comes to be on a Marine Band. It's the note that is really out of tune. So I started playing, and I realized that I was completely out. and I think that all the musicians in the orchestra heard it. So it was cool. I had a lot of energy, but it was really, really, really out of tune. And so then I thought, okay, of course I should have taken the Golden Melody for this.
Right.
So that's what so that's what I did afterwards. What's going on with the golden melody is that this is the only harmonica in all the Hohner harmonicas that plays in tune, actually. So all the notes are really tuned perfectly well. But the problem is when you start playing chords, the chords do not sound great. Again, this harmonica is closed on the sides, so it's quite directive here. So you have a loud sound in front, but it's quite closed. And yes, it's golden melody, so it's really, really, really good for melodies. And I loved it when I was playing things with overblows and stuff, and some jazzy stuff. I used to like this harp a lot because when you play this, you are really in tune. But it's really disappointing when you start playing with chords.
Yeah.
So you have to choose between one or another. And so I thought, what would I do when I played with Johnny on the solo de Gabriel? I was using an A harp, and I was using a marine band for this. But I thought, if I had to take just one type of harp for my concerts, if I couldn't choose, I have all of them. So for me, it's not a problem to pick up a golden melody or a marine band. But if I wanted one, what would it be? And so I checked all the different models that exist at Hohner, and I picked up the Rocket model, which was perfect for me.
Yeah.
Because first of all, something I like a lot is this. So you have open side vents. It's really open here. It has just one screw on it.
Yeah.
So I suppose it lets you breathe. I want my harmonica to breathe because when I play live, I'm playing loud. I know it's not good.
Yeah.
To do it this way, but this is what I do. I need to give energy, and so I play loud. I breathe through my harp. I want it to breathe. I don't want it to be closed. And actually, the tuning of this harp is somewhere in between the marine band and the golden melody. So it's really adapted to all the situations. And there's another point, which is I told you I play tongue blocking all the time.
Yeah.
These combs are so nice.
They feel really good. That's true.
Because they feel really good when you have your tongue on this. It's true that it's really nice. That it lets you move really quite smoothly on the harmonica. And for the beginners, it's really nice. The holes are a bit more square than on the marine band, so and
it's just true. It's louder than the others.
And yeah, and the thing is, for example, I cannot play on customized harps or the harps that I prepared for overblows. I just cannot play on this because I block it right away.
Yeah, especially live. Like
I tried. I mean, the Marine Band Deluxe or there are a few models which are really very well prepared, and the reeds inside are closer to the comb. When I play at home, well, I say, "Whoa!" So it's great. I get over all the overblows so easily. But when I'm on stage, I just cannot play because it blocks my
Oh,
notes.
it's different on stage, yeah.
And this is the last thing I want. I cannot do things when I was in the middle of the stadium with my harmonica. The last thing I want is that it stops playing.
Yeah.
Because I cannot change the harp in this moment. I cannot do anything. So I don't. So the only tuning I was doing actually on my harmonicas, I was putting the reeds as far as I could from the reeds. So it's exactly the opposite that you do when you prepare your harmonicas for overblows.
Yeah.
I prefer the overblows to be harder, but I don't want my harmonica to be blocked. And here so this is not a special overblow harmonica, but the overblows they work. Yeah. I do tongue blocking too, or overblows.
Oh, nice.
So it's really nice.
Yeah.
And smooth. So you can play overblows if you need them, but when I play hard, the notes they do not block.
That's so important. Yeah.
So the thing is that I need a harp that breathes, so as much open as possible. I don't want it to be closed, because I will use a lot of air, a lot of breathing when I'm playing. I want a harp which plays fast and that is nice, that's good for tongue blocking. So this is, for me, this is perfect. And I want something special for this stage. There is something I thought about. You always say, I'm going to see a concert.
Yeah.
You never say, I'm going to listen to a concert. You listen to a record. You don't go to listen to a concert. You go to see a concert, to live something, to be part of this energy. So in fact, what's going on stage is as much important, the image you get, as the music itself. And actually, when again, going back to the Johnny Hallyday experience, is that when you're in a stadium and we are on the stage, I mean, people who look at the stage, they see very small. If you're not on the big screen, yeah. Well, they see little people there playing. And a harmonica player is something that they are not used to see or to listen to. Well, if you just close your eyes and you listen to the harmonica, you might, I mean, anybody could say, oh, maybe it's a guitar, maybe it's a violin,
yeah.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I remember there were some people after the concert.
You play like, yes.
They came up to me
like Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
It might be strange. So all people see is someone with his hands
hiding
here,
behind the instrument.
and you don't know where the sound comes from. And it's not new. When Little Walter was playing, people were so amazed about his sound, the way and it was so extraordinary to see a harmonica player in front of the band and playing like a horn section, that people were asking him to open his hands to see what is this thing that he has in his hands, because it's inconceivable to think it's a harmonica. So I thought, yeah, I want my instruments to be seen on stage. And I thought, why not red?
Yeah,
it's when I played something that shines, that when the light hits it, and it's the only one that is red like this. So this is something different, and I like it, to have something different on stage, something surprising, and actually it's the only one in the key of A. I mean, you have this color is, so when I have it in my sometimes I need glasses, but when I have it in my suitcase, I have it right away.
Yeah.
Here I have another one, but it's the prototype in C. But I wanted an A. Because so this color is specific, and the funny thing is that this red is actually a special red, which is the Hohner red.
Okay.
And I don't know why they didn't think of using this color before, because this is the logo, the historical red color that is Hohner color.
True.
This is the have on the mic, you know, the red point. This is Hohner, and I thought, why not this? It's really flashy and it's really red, and it's and I like it a lot. So here it is. So basically, it's technically it's exactly like a rocket harmonica, but it's the only one with this color. So you have A. It's only in A. I thought also about this why in A. I mean, for me it has a meaning because of the Solo de Gabriel, which I was playing on an A harp.
Yeah.
But also everyone has a C harp, and the great thing with the diatonic harmonica is that actually you change the harmonica when you change the key. So when you learn something on one harmonica, to change the key, you just change the harmonica. It's not like if you were a piano player, if you change the key, might be it's a bit complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, you must be really good to change right away. For us, no problem. We just change the harp. And
it's one of the keys you need most if you play with guitar players. They like to play in E.
Exactly. And so the three keys I recommend for to start with is always C, A, and D. Because maybe it's because I play a lot with guitar players. Maybe you're right. Maybe if I was
Sounds
playing
like
with saxophonists, it would be B flat, F, and whatever. But it happens that it's really used. The A is used in a lot in the blues and in the music where guitar is the driving instrument. And I think it's good for beginners to get acquainted with the different keys, because you do not have the same sensation. And as you know, the harmonicas, they go from in the classic range, they go from G, from the key of G, which is really low, to the key of F sharp, which is really high. And the sensation when you play, when you overblow or bend, you have to adapt. So I think it's good to try, when you've learned something in one key, is to try it on different harps. And then you have your favorite keys also. There are some harmonicas, some keys that you like more than the others. So I think it's a good all-terrain harmonica which supports everything when you're on stage. And this was my thought. I want this harmonica to be like a message that you must be able to give all your energy when you're on stage. And this is the thing. This is my way of thinking.
Yeah.
I want my instrument to play for me and not me to adapt to my instrument. So I want to take it out of the box, not do any adjustments, and go and hit it.
Yeah.
So this is a great Zlap signature harmonica.
That makes so much sense. I mean, also the story, just like, yeah, I know that from some concerts, like people coming up to me after the concert and actually like asking, oh, what did you actually do on stage? What do you play? Because they can't see it.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, the big thing is like on stage, like you always have to like exaggerate. If you think you're moving a lot, you're probably not moving enough.
Yeah.
If you think you are like dressed fancy and like very colorful, maybe add a little more color or more shiny stuff.
Yeah. In fact, on stage, it's I'm quite shy normally.
Yeah.
but and I would think that at the beginning I thought that a lot of things would be ridiculous that you would do on stage. That
Right.
would be ridiculous. And then I learned that in fact you can do much more that you can imagine, and it will not be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And on the contrary, people will like it. So it's for me it's really a kind of feeling of liberty. And to think that you can try it, you can let yourself go, and especially I think especially with the harmonica, because it is a part of your body actually. It's the only instrument that you breathe through. The other ones you have to blow. So this one you breathe through it and it plays, and so it's very kind of physical. And there is a real connection.
You can move.
Yes, you can move, but there's a real connection with the instrument. I think I feel it like this.
Yeah.
It's like part of your body, and you can go. You can move. You can jump. I tried a lot of different stuff. In fact, it was not ridiculous.
Yeah. So yeah, for everyone who also wants to jump on stage, we're actually giving away 2 of the Greg Zlap signature Hohner harmonicas.
Wow.
So we thought about like a way of doing this, which is not easy with a live chat. So I think there's this little emoji that I like to use, which is like that person blowing some wind out of their mouth.
Ah, yeah.
I use that for harmonica. So I will post it into the chat right now. So this will be important. So you want to send this into the chat to take part. And at some point I will just say type start into the chat. And then the 14th and the 19th emote wins. How about that?
You can put a few different messages.
Yeah, you can just like spam the chat if you want to. So that's why I'm just type in start at some point. So this will be exciting. But yeah, please get ready, everyone out there.
Ready?
So please copy the emote that I sent. So we'll wait for like a few more seconds so everybody's ready to like get in there. So the 14th and the 19th one. Hope this is a nice way of doing this. So yeah, I hope you can copy that. Otherwise, I think you got to type in like wind phase. Then you can probably get it. So are we ready? Are you ready? Should I send the start message? Then everybody can spam the chat with the emote. Can you give us a sign with your harmonica playing?
Yeah.
So I haven't typed in start yet.
Yeah.
There we go. I just typed in start. So now's the time. Now's the time. 1, 2. Now you gotta get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're still at 4. 14 and 19 are winning. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's Hesam. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And be happy. That's it.
Oh.
That's it. Thank you so much for participating. It's over. So 2 Greg Zlap signature harmonicas for I gotta get in there again. Be Happy from Barcelona. And Hey Zam. Let us know from where you are. And please get in touch with me so I can make sure that you get your reward.
Oh.
Well, that was nice.
That's so cool. That's really nice. And the winner is...
Awesome. Hesam and Be Happy. Hesam from Iran. So that was a lot of fun. So if you didn't win, you can also just buy the harmonica from Greg's website. Check out the description box below, and we have a little promo code which you can use to get 10% off, which I'm gonna show on screen right now. It's Hohner 0610.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I want to do like more of these, like all these polls and selections and like giving away prizes. That's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's nice. I should play Lotto. Maybe I will win something.
Maybe it's a good day today. So what are some other things that you have coming up and projects you have coming up? You are, of course, like working on your musical stuff, but you're also a teacher and you give some workshops that are coming up in summer, right?
Oh, but this is a big news because with my friend, the Catalan harmonica player, Joan Pau Comellas, we managed to organize with Hohner a summer workshop, which is at the end of July, from the 26th of July to the 1st of August.
Yeah.
In Spain, Calella. So it's in Costa Brava. It's a beautiful place with seaside and beach. And so there we have this completely new workshop. And it's a great thing because this is a workshop where you really play. Like for the first 3 days, you will learn 6 new harmonica songs. You have master classes about amplification and overblowing and stuff, tuning your harps and stuff. And at the end, you will play on stage the stuff you've learned during the week. So it's very intense, very nice. Every night we have concerts, me with John Pao and the band. So every night you go out to see a concert and a jam session where we call people, actually. They do not have to wait till the end like in the jam sessions.
Right.
So it's a really good news. And if there are some French people listening to us, because I know they were waiting for this news for a long time, I will say a word in French. Salut les amis. Donc ça y est, je peux vous annoncer officiellement qu'on a réussi à monter le stage d'harmonica, le workshop d'harmonica la dernière semaine du mois de juillet. Les inscriptions commencent demain, donc ça sera annoncé sur les réseaux. Et voilà, on vous attend avec impatience. Et voilà, je vous dirai plus demain. So the registration starts tomorrow. It will be on all the
okay.
social media, and actually,
vamos a la playa.
Vamos a la playa. Exactly. We've been organizing a workshop like this with John Pao for 14 years, in a different place in Spain, in Rosas. So it became a kind of institution. It's a really great place to meet other harmonica players and to be active. To not, it's not about staying like at school, and it's about an experience. You learn, you get a new experience. You exchange with people, and you play. And this is, for me, this is the most important, to get people on stage and to get this experience.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a fun time at a very nice place. So yeah, sounds pretty good. J'ai appris le français à l'école, mais j'ai oublié tout.
Ah, mais c'est très bien, bravo.
That's the only sentence I can say.
C'est très bien. Bravo, Konstantin.
I was always really good at school at it, but I didn't like my teacher.
Oh, I wish I could speak German. I cannot say even what you said, but
yeah.
I wish I could.
Well, I hope you are coming back to Germany soon, because you already taught at the Harmonica Masters once a few years ago, right?
Yeah, 2 years ago, before the COVID thing.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was a great experience. I met Indiara Sfer there.
Who's also on your latest album.
And then I invited her in my on my record.
Yeah.
So it was a great experience between Brazil, and she recorded her part in Brazil, and I was in Paris. So it's really nice.
Oh yeah, you can check out the Rocket album. Yeah, all the social media links are in the description box below. So be happy, and Hezam, please write me an email to hohnerlive@konstantinreinfeld.com, and I will make sure that you get your harmonicas. Well, yeah, that was awesome. Like, what are the other projects that you have coming up? Are you getting back on the road slowly?
Yes. No. This is. I don't know how you lived through it in Germany, but here it was. Look, my last concert was on October last year, and we just started the tour, the new tour with the album Rocket Tour, and so it was just the beginning, and it was all stopped. It's so frustrating, so frustrating. So for all these months, I couldn't stand really this feeling, because something that you took for granted as being on stage and playing in front of an audience, and something that was an expression of freedom, because this is what music is. Suddenly, it was all stopped, and horrible. It was a horrible experience.
Yeah.
But then now it starts opening. So I have gigs coming, and the tour will start again on in July. So I'm very excited about this. And the good thing about this break is that I, of course, I had time to think about the show, to find new ideas, and I found some really great ideas for the show. Some use of the I was talking about the loops, how to use loops in the show, and some different stuff. So I think it will be even more powerful than before. And
definitely. Everybody is like craving for these live experiences.
Yeah, and I'm really waiting to see the audience, and I wonder what will be the feeling like. I don't know if you had the occasion to play recently to do a public show.
Well, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you're
like
lucky.
Few people just allowed, but first time playing in front of actual people in maybe 7 months.
Yeah, and they had masks.
No.
The audience, no. Because here it's still. I mean, even if they're opening the place, they're letting the places to play. The public is still has to wear the masks.
Yeah, but it was in Austria. Like they are like a step ahead of Germany, I would say.
Okay. And actually, like the last shows we did, it was also with public, with masked public, and actually it's very difficult because you, the public is seated with masks, so you don't have this liberty of doing as a spectator of doing what you usually do in a concert. You cannot really stand up and when you shout or sing,
it's also muffled. Yeah,
you hear them less. So for me on stage, I had the impression to give 10 times more energy. I was exhausted at the end because I was looking for the feedback.
Did you also play a concert in front of cars?
No, I didn't. I did not do it.
Oh, I did. No. That's like even worse because like you have the feeling like you don't get any feedback at all.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they can just like in the end of the song. Yeah,
but you did it. You did a concert like this.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was last summer.
It was strange.
It was very weird. Like, yeah, because like you can't see in the people's eyes and how they react to the music. Like, so you're so unsure about like, oh, do they actually like really like what I'm doing?
how what they were doing to applause, moving their moving the
more like that, because like people living in the area, you weren't allowed to. Yeah. So yeah, the real connection, it will come back.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm looking forward to going to. I mean, for us to meet on stage. Now that we've met each other in this chat, but now we have to play together.
That's true. There are just like 2, 3. We got to do some quick questions, like very persistent questions here. When do you come to Argentina?
Ooh la la! I would love to. It's not scheduled yet.
Yeah.
And actually, I have some friends in Argentina, but I don't have any professional contacts there. So it's not scheduled. I would
Okay.
love to go there.
Then James, your website is French. Is there a way to change it to English when I try to check out? I don't understand how to complete the payment because I don't know what info they are asking for in French.
It's about the workshop, maybe.
Oh no,
No?
it's about the website probably purchasing the harmonica. Is there a way to set it to English?
I don't think so. But there's nothing to read, actually.
It's just like every other shop out there.
It's just you have pictures, and then maybe I haven't checked it. I don't know.
Yeah, but still, you can, like, if you really have problems, you can just open them with Google Translate, I think. So yeah. And last question, also persistent. Can you explain about the Wind is Rising? How many scales you played on this song?
Wow, the wind is rising. Yes. Okay. I play one scale and I change the harmonicas. This is so easy. I change it. I think it starts in E, I think. I mean, on an A harmonica. I don't remember. It's been a long time I've played this song. But the idea is that it's a one chord song. So you choose the right harp. I used second position, and then every verse we move half step up.
Okay.
So in fact there are, I don't know, six different harmonicas. So I change the harmonica each time we change, and it's each time half step up. So it's maybe A, B flat, B, C. Yeah, it starts on an A harp and it ends on a D harp, I suppose. A, B flat, B, C, D flat, and D at the end.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, hope that helps. Do you know Mariano Massolo?
Mariano Massolo? I'm not sure. I don't think so.
He's an Argentinian harmonica player. Fantastic player. He has a big school. That would be a nice connection to get to Argentina.
Yeah.
And last one, which artist would you like to play with?
Which
artists
I would like to play with? No, actually, it's impossible. But I would like to play with Kiss. Okay. No, I know it's impossible. You know, there's a. I've got my tickets for their last tour, and it was postponed because of the COVID thing. And then a couple of weeks ago, I saw that they will be playing in a festival in France that I know very well. I know the lady who takes care of this festival.
Yeah.
So I wrote to her and I said, please, if Kiss is playing at your festival,
get me on the list.
I want to do the opening. And she said, oh, I'm sorry. I'm inviting you to go to the show, but the opening is already booked for a long time. So I would like to play with Kiss.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you everyone for the questions. So stay tuned. Check out the description box below. If you didn't win a harmonica, I will display the promo code again, so you can get a 10% discount. And stay updated on the Hohner Harmonica Summer Workshop in Spain. You can sign up starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
And yeah, news for us in the digital world. We have another harmonica challenge on Twitch coming up later this month with Steve Baker on June 27th. And we're going to do a reggae challenge.
Reggae challenge?
I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah. and probably just 2 chords, right? And this time you can actually win some instruments, but not harmonicas.
Oh, what is accordion?
No, you can win 3 melodicas.
Ah, but that's nice. Yeah, of course, reggae.
Yeah, because Hohner has the Rasta melodica, like in black, red, yellow, green. So 3 of them. So yeah, I will upload an announcement video next week. So that's coming up in the digital world. Thank you so much, Greg, for taking the time. It was a lot of fun talking to you and getting to know you.
Yeah, we didn't play.
We didn't play. Yeah, people always ask us to play, but you played a lot. So that's why I probably didn't ask. But we can still play something to wrap this off.
Yeah.
So that's the A harmonica, right?
This is the A harmonica. If you want another one, we can take another one.
Oh no, this is my A. Yeah.
So we have to play in turns, yes, because of this.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Okay, so you start.
Is there a melody there that we can? Is there like a blues theme that you like, or?
No.
Okay, we're just gonna alternate 12
Go,
bars.
go, Konstantin, jam. Yeah. Yeah.
that was one of the really good Hohner live jams.
Really cool.
They are getting better and better. Wow, that was fun.
We have to do it on stage one day.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I think this is like a nice end. Doesn't get any better than this. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you, Greg. Everybody, check out the description box for everything that's coming up, and I'll see you again in 2 weeks here on the Hohner YouTube channel together with Rob Paparosi, I think.
That's cool. Thank you, Konstantin. Thank all of you for watching, and I had a great time, and I wish we can see each other and all of you very soon on the road, on stage.
Oh yes. Bye bye everyone. Have a good evening
Bye bye.
or good day wherever you are.